Okay, yeah, let's build out all these lovely little cul-de-sacs. And the nice thing that we've done is, even though these are very much cul-de-sacs, is we've provided good pedestrian connection along with a nice bike road. So that's going to be really helpful. It's all you. No, I need more information than that, because I'm seriously having a chuckle about it. Please DM me later and share. And I don't need to share it with other people, but yeah, I'm just curious. Or if you don't want to share, that's fine. But it's like, wait a minute, what? What's happening? I'm so good. I didn't even know I was beefing. Okay, let's get some barriers put up here. I feel like that's gonna be a good call. Hope everyone's Sunday is going well. Oh, that's gonna mess that up. We will. And let's see. Let's just lift this up with move it instead of redrawing, which is my go-to to redraw stuff. But let's just move this up. There we go. And then we can move it back down. Do. Very nice, very nice. Yes, Anna is here. She is here. Okay, and then the reason I didn't do these down here is because I want to look at lane math. If we're having one come off here, then I kind of want to 3-lane. We want to do 1-way, 2-lane, 2-lane. This is what we want to do. We kind of want to let that go there. And this one we just yeah, let's do that. And then I want to make sure, yeah, so they'll just go off into there, but I don't want them crossing traffic, so I do want to make sure they kind of like just stay to there. Okay, that's good. And then same thing down here, as I think yeah, so we want to look at the lane math here as well. Yeah, perfect. So then that gives a direct off, and then with this one we just want to make sure that we make sure these people aren't crossing traffic, and that's perfect. Thanks to Biffa for teaching us lane math. And then I didn't do this one. Here we go. Oop. Didn't mean to do that. Now I'm messing things up. Okay. All right, there we go. More lane maths. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay. Well, now we've got that sorted. Oh, we do need this barrier here. That's fine. Okay. Did I mess up? I did. I just want them going right into there. Okay. That's going to keep everyone moving smoothly through there. All right. So I'm thinking quiet cul-de-sac area. Let's do, you guys know I love to mix up my roads because we do want some roads that have parking. So let's do parking this way, and then we'll do the rest. Because a lot of houses do have their own parking, but okay, and then let's do some nice tree-lined streets in the other spots, just so we have a nice little mix. I'm going to do some asymmetrical roads out of our area there. This is all going to be, yeah, we don't need to worry about that. There's not going to be a lot of traffic coming through this area at all. So I'm not worried about that. Let's move this. Actually, let's go ahead. Why not? Okay, and then we're gonna do this asymmetrical. Okay. Yeah, it bears that there's going to be more traffic coming through this way, because then eventually I'm sure this will come over here, and this is like a more highway access there. Matilda, hello. David, hello. Welcome on in. Okay, so now we've got our roads. All right, so what I'm thinking for this area is, let's go ahead, get this all painted in. Now, maybe let's do a vote in the chat of what type of low density housing, what kind of vibe we want in this area. So let me do a poll in the chat here. Okay, start a poll. So new area. And so we could do European suburbia. So yes, European suburbia. We could do the European suburbia. We could do oh, what's the other one? Why am I having struggle thinking of this? Hold on. There is the mid-century. So mid-century. I don't think countryside really fits. So we're gonna go from, so ES and MC. So European suburbia or mid-century modern. So I'm going to start a little poll here, and let's just see what we get, and that's what we'll decide what to put here. Hello, No Miss. So welcome on in. Shan says, yesterday I started a snow city, and when I saved it, it replaced another city I've been building for a month by accident. Oh no. I've had that happen. I've had that happen. Okay, so while that vote is going on, looks like we are well covered by healthcare. We have this large hospital here. So I think that's good. I do think, yeah, see, we're not quite reaching out here. So I do think maybe in this little area we could create, a little, okay, so it's gonna want something down here. That's fine though, we can definitely do that. So like a little, and we could even probably get away with the small clinic. I do like this one. Oh yeah, we could definitely do that. Okay, so maybe where the pedestrian road hits right here, maybe what we'll do, let's take this out. We'll decide on a tree for sure that we want. But let's go ahead and put in our little clinic. And then we'll also put in little fire station. Nice little police station. We'll organize these, of course. And then we could probably fit in, yeah, we'll fit in the bank and then also the post office. We'll just make a little town square situation here. We'll move all this around, but I think that'll be good to have down in here. So we'll make a little town square area, which will be nice. We'll detail that up. And then let's look at the school situation. Yeah, so we've got these, this is the high school. Why is that not lighting up? That's interesting. Oh, because I'm not on, no. Interesting. Oh, because I'm not on this stuff, okay. So yeah, these are starting to, yeah, that's nice, but we're kind of low on coverage over here, so I do think we should think about a high school. Question is, which one do we want to do? Yeah, we could put in a little library as well. Oh, looks like we're probably going to need something over here too. Okay, well, let's build things out and then let's address education. Looks like we actually need that in a couple places. An elevated school. Even when in sandbox, the unique buildings need unlocking? No. That's the great thing, is you have access to everything, which is fantastic, especially for creative building. Hello, Raid. Hello, Raid. Nice to see you. 2 days in a row. Wow. That's awesome. Okay, let's see what our poll says here. Okay, European suburbia. I agree. I think that's the right call for this other area. And we haven't done that style in a while. So let's go ahead and do that. And I think we need a different name as well. So if you guys want to think of a name for our little cul-de-sac neighborhood, that would be great. Let's go ahead and start getting things filled in, and we will, start working on, it's nice that we're going to leave these spots and do some nice detailing with that. But let's go ahead and start getting some of these filled in. Okay. And while that's doing its thing, let's go ahead and build a little town square right here. A little something something. Let's fix our lighting so we can see what we're doing. Hello, Blue. Nice to see you. Okay. Let's make ourselves some room here so we can make some decisions. So I definitely think post office in the corner here. That's a nice little fit. I kind of like the bank where it was. Let's let that be there. Oh, I've got the wrong, that's okay. Let's put this here. Kind of be nice to leave some room if we can kind of like wind a little path work. And then we could also like fit in a little grocery store as well, would be nice. So let's see what we can do and make this look like something. Let's grab one of the smaller grocery stores here. Yeah, this is the one I'm thinking of. Perfect. That's nice. They have this pedestrian access to all of this, but it'll be nice to have a little something just for this neighborhood here. So that'll be good. Okay, let's just grab a nice little path with some trees, I think would be nice. And let's just see if we can't make a little nice area here. Lovely. This will look nice once we get some pavement in here. Clean this all up. Okay, let's go back to our path here and let's go ahead and make some additional room here. Just to give a little interest through the area. Oops, I wanted the one with trees. Let's have it come out on this side and this side. Why not? Okay, let's move our grocery store back in place. Yeah, this can be pretty little cute little town area. Nice. Just a little something. Okay, we need to pick some trees here. Game Anarchy, maybe I'm alone on this, but I don't like to use Game Anarchy because I think the thing I struggle with Game Anarchy, and I know a lot of people love it because it really means you don't have to do any of this move it stuff that I just did with this path. It'll just let you do whatever you want. I think the thing is like the turning on and the turning off and when you use it and that stuff just, I think maybe the way my brain's set up, it stresses me out. So I don't use Game Anarchy, but you definitely can. But there's so much you can do with Move It too. But that's just me, and I'm a little special because I don't, you know, even though I use mods in this build, I'm still very mod light in comparison to most people. Ask anyone who's been around for a long time. It took me a long time to kind of use some more mods. But I think like Move It is a great one to start out with. And I think like being able to do a little management with your traffic with this little guy is really nice. But in the description of my video, I have my mods and asset list. So you'll see them. The assets are pretty, like I have a lot of assets, but not very many mods. But Anarchy is great, and a lot of really creative builders use it because it just makes their lives so much easier. For me, it stresses me out, but I'm a special child. Definitely. All right, let's think about some trees in this area. I'm thinking this nice little fluffy tree here for our path. And then there is a larger version of that tree, which I do really like. Yeah. And then we'll pick a different tree for our bike road. Or should we do the same tree? That is the question. But yeah, there's so many great videos on YouTube about like how to use mods, how to install them, what to do. Flyvox, who is in our little server there, a lot of his content is really great basic tutorials for City Skylines. And I think it's so great that he's doing that because a lot of people still play this game and discover it and start playing it, and we don't have a lot of current how-to content. So the fact that he has just kind of done that is so great, and I think it's fantastic. Okay, so let's see. Do we want to use... Oh, that's kind of nice. I do like that. Giving a lot of shade for the bikes. Good old classic tree as well. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. All right, so let's think about a little education in this area. I think we go really low key. There is the little community school. So I think we put that in. And oh, I don't think I've ever used this public library yet. Interesting. Okay, well, let's use that. Let's bring some playgrounds and things and make this look put together. We're also gonna probably want a little bit of parking as well. Let's actually put the community school here. Let's actually grab the playground that's in the... Yeah, I feel like that will be good. just thinking of how I want to arrange this. Oh, maybe I do a little kitty cat or kitty corner situation. Yeah, that is not going to be super happy. But yeah, we could do something like this. Okay, hang with me, everyone. This will look nice. Just needs a little, whoops, I wanted to go with, a regular fence here. Okay. Do. Toss in a little bit of parking there. A little bit of parking at the front. Lovely, lovely. And then let's just go ahead and pull our fence all the way down. Okay, and then what we can do is go into our surface painter here and here we go. So you can walk out from the school and it's like in the school, the playground is. Our little elementary school. Our little, and then I think all that we need is a little bit of extra fencing for an extra level of safety for all the little kids. And we'll do some nice landscaping. Yeah, I think that's gonna look nice. Or just, you know, putzing along here today. Kind of create a little bit of a barrier from the traffic. That works. Little school there. Little weird, but it works. Hello, Bobble. Hello, hello. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that I have ever, let me think about this. Have I ever unlocked everything in vanilla mode? I mean, a long time ago. A long, long time ago. Probably before, I think before I started making videos. Long time ago. Okay, so now we have our little library here, which is very nice, but I feel like we're also gonna need a little high school situation. So I think, oh, you know, we could, it kind of doesn't make sense to put this all the way out here because it only serves that area. So kind of a smaller high school would make sense. This high school always looks like a church to me. All right, well, let's just put it out there. And it'll serve as a high school. We'll build a larger high school, but then let's also go ahead and lean into the fact that it looks like a church. And make it so. Because why not? Yeah, it really does give off the church vibes, which is great because like that's something that we need in the game. So I don't mind that it looks like that. Okay, and then why don't we put put a little cafe out here. Little place to eat after church. Why not? Okay. Interesting. I thought that one also connected, or is it just on? Okay, it's just on this side. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Really does not like that at all. Something like that. Okay, we can do a little park situation out there then. That'll be nice. Do some landscaping out there. We'll blend it all in. It'll look good. It'll look good. Okay, so then we have our little library here. I guess the other thing we probably need is like a little gas station out here, I think. Oh, maybe we should actually put a little gas station situation up there. Yeah, let's not put this here actually. What we do need though, let's put our little bakery here. Let's actually move our library over here. Let's do a little bakery. We'll also do, we'll do a different little, I'm debating. What do we want to put? A liquor store, that'll be good. Some sort of restaurant would be good. There's also the coin laundry. Oh, that's kind of got that vibe. Okay, let's work with that. This will work. And then let's just, there are some of the level 1 of the emerging downtown. Yeah, we can put move this for a second. There we go. That's nice. Just a little something. Just a little something. And then we've got our little library there. Perfect. And what we can also do is pull this back a little bit. And we can do a little touch of parking here as well. Okay, one more. Perfect. Okay, it's a little something here for the folks that live right here. And we'll say that the bakery has a little, you can get a cup of coffee there as well. Okay, let me catch up in the chat. Day trip to the parking lot. Oh, don't start talking about cookies. Oh my gosh. Oh, Bubble, I'm sorry. Ugh. It's rough. I don't like the, I'm not a fan of the time changes out here. It always messes with my sleep. Okay. All right. I feel like we got a little something going on over here. We can do a little park situation. Got to do some more landscaping, but I feel like that's a solid little community there. Let's go ahead and, oh, let's speed this up. Let's get these filled in. So we do have a lot of residential demand. So that's good. And of course, people are already using our pedestrian road. Yeah, we'll do lots of trees here and block the highway. But like, how nice that you can walk across and you've got the university right there, but you've also got this giant park. And then we do have this larger town square right here, which is really nice. So it's a good spot, even though it's a cul-de-sac. It really is. Okay, let's think about a little gas station, car wash type situation thing here. Let's go ahead and grab a little road. And let's go ahead and come in that way. And let's just go grab yeah, so we're gonna grab the there's a car wash and a gas station. We're also gonna do like the diner situation. Let's actually pause this for a second. We'll rearrange these in a moment. Definitely a drive-through situation would be good. Yeah, the this would be good. And little ATM would also be good. All right, let's go with that. And we'll probably also put in, we could put in 2 gas stations. That's something that you will see quite often. But let's go ahead and make this end at the diner. Let's put the gas station here on the corner and put the car wash here. I'll drive through situation. Should we put the other gas station? You'll see that a lot where there's like 2 gas stations. Okay. And definitely more parking is needed for sure. For the diner. Okay. I feel like this is like definitely something that you would see. And then what we can do is bring in this path here. Lovely. Then we just do some trees around it and whatnot. That will look nice. Did I mark all these historical? Yes, I did. Okay, let's get this back going again. So that's nice to have like right off the highway. So then you can pull and get gas and get right back on the highway. So it's a good spot for it. Okay, let's think about our bus. Sorry, I'm catching up with you guys in the chat. Oh, a big roast dinner. Nice. Yeah, I'm sure the knee pain is not helping. I'm with Raid on that. Man, sleep is like one of the best things that we can do to make improvements on our health. Like everything, like it impacts everything, and it's the thing that we always put on the back burner. But then when you like realize how important sleep is, then it stresses you out because you're lying there awake being like, oh my gosh, I can't go to sleep. This is horrible for me. So it's like a cycle. But yeah, sleep is really important. But it's one of those things like sometimes it's just not in the cards. Sometimes it's just not in the cards. I used to sleep so well. I used to be like 9-10 hours a night, no problem. And I needed that much sleep. I loved sleep. And at a certain age, my body was like, no, you're getting 6. And like, I've really had to do a lot of work. So last year I put in a lot of work. And then last year because I have a little app thing, I made it so I was averaging 7 hours of sleep instead of 6, which is a big improvement. So, you know, baby steps. It takes time. It's tricky. It's tricksy. Okay, so we know that I'm just going to let that fill in some more. Actually, I guess we should fill in the rest of this and let that kind of grow in. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Okay. All right, so we know that education is a problem on this side of town. So I think, I remember we were kind of leaving this space and I was like, I don't know what we should do with this, but now I do. We should put a high school down here. I guess we could slow this back down. Let's go into here. Is there enough room? I feel like there is with Move It to, because I do like this larger high school. Oh yeah, we can definitely make this work. Lovely. And then we can just do some trees along the back there. Yeah, normally I would like attach paths and bring a thing here and add more parking in, but I think we just let this kind of like dead end in this area. So I think I just do up some landscaping here. We can do like a little bit of path work. And then maybe what we can do down here is do the larger library. Will it fit? Oh, it totally will fit that way. Do we want to put that there? I think if we move it up, yeah, because we can have a little room here. And then what we can do is have this little path from the high school down to the library. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, we'll just do some landscaping around that. Okay, and then the other thing we're gonna need is an elementary school in this area. I almost think maybe we do something here. We gotta do a lot of detailing in this area as well. Maybe actually we do take out these and put the elementary school here. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. Okay. Now, which elementary school do we do? We do have this small one which we could put in. Like there's this little guy, bigger. That's gonna be a good fit. Let's give this a little bit more room here. Yeah, and then we just need, and then it's nice the elementary school kind of backs up onto the park. That's a nice situation. Hi, Anna. What you doing? Hi, do you need a treat? Okay, give me 1 second. Actually, I'm gonna heat up my coffee too. Heat up my coffee, get on our treat, and then we'll come back and detail this little cute elementary school. I'll be right back. Okay. Bobble says, one school near me has a no outside space. They built a yard on the roof with a transparent fence around it. Interesting. Steve says that settles it. I will never go to high school in Brazil. Oh my gosh. That does sound a bit like a prison. Oh my gosh. The high school I went to as a kid was really nice because it did actually back up onto a park, and you could, there was a path out back, but then you could go to the park, and that's how I used to walk home, is I'd cut through that because my house was on the other side, so it was a much faster walk to cut through. It was nice. Okay. All right. Can we fit? I don't think we can. I mean, maybe. Can we? Oh, we can. Look at that. Oh, except that's the wrong one. But that means we can fit it. I want the little playground. Nice, nice. Okay. And then just need a little extra fencing here. Line it up with that little entrance there. And there we go. Nice little extra park space. Playground space. Okay. Nice little tree. Okay, there we go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, so that's great. Now we have the education covered on that side. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to do lots of trees and landscaping in there. Shannon, thank you so much. It's going into the On a Treat and Medication Fund. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. The high school I went to, there was like, it was like 3 blocks down. It was 2 blocks. No, it was 3 blocks down. There was like like a little neighborhood convenience store. And there was a group of us kids that wouldn't go to the lunchroom, and we wouldn't go to like the typical fast food joints. But we used to go down to that store because they had a microwave they would let you use. And so a lot of us had things like, because we were poor, we had things like Hot Pockets, or they had like really cheap stuff in the store. So we would kind of go down there and like you'd get a bag of chips and like a Hot Pocket, and you could use like their microwave or whatever. We did that all the time. But then there was a really popular burger joint that you would go to once in a while, that, you know, and I was the only person in my female friends. I was the first one to get a car, so I drove everyone around. I didn't mind though. Did we think of a name that we want to kind of call this area here that we're building? Let me know. Wow, you couldn't leave for a break? That's intense. I guess it makes it like, I bet that's a private school situation. Public schools, like, you know, they didn't, especially in the time period that I grew up, because I'm a Gen Xer, they didn't keep track of you. And they really didn't care if you were in class or not. I mean, they cared, but they didn't care. You know what I mean? We definitely raised ourselves, for sure. Also, like, oh my gosh, I was such a bad child. I was not a good kid. I hung out with the bad kids, and I was a bad kid. You knew, like, the office would always call your home with the little recording if you missed a class, but they always called at the same time, and parents were always at work, so you knew when to be home to like get the call so it wouldn't go on the voice. Oh my gosh, I was such a bad kid. I skipped school a lot. Definitely was a school skipper for sure. I was not a straight A student. I was not at all. At all. But, you know, made life interesting. Too funny to think about now. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is going to be a good spot. Let's look again. Oh, good. People are starting to get edumacated now, which is good. Yeah, we'll need to put some sort of little school situation in here as well. We've got this area over here too. I'm thinking we should just... We should also do some road layout here, and that way we can do, like, I think we need to do like another little town square area. And maybe we need to do a little bridge across here. Not to connect to the highway, but to local traffic. Yeah, I think so. I think so. All right, well, let's do it. Let's make this a nice curve instead of an ugly one. And I'll just preface, even though like I hung around the bad kids, I don't think I'd call myself a bad kid. Like, wasn't into drugs or drinking or anything like that. Like, that wasn't my vibe. I was just poor. Okay, let's come across here. And then we'll do like a nice little curve. Something like that. And I think we just do a regular road. A regular road is all we need. We'll fix that because that looks a little funky. It looks a little lumpy, but I think it's gonna be okay. We definitely need to bring this out. I just made that look awful. Let's do this again. I can do this much better. that was looking rough. High school, it is all your own responsibility. If you skip class, you just won't regret it. Yeah, exactly. Shannon, me and Troy would have skipped together. Awesome. Enjoy the troublemaker. Yeah, like I do try to keep up in chat as much as I can. You can also like tag me and that will kind of like pull my attention. And I do try to like scroll back and catch up with the chat. So if I miss something, I'm sorry. Troy sounds all sweet and innocent. That's true. Yeah, even though I hung around kids I probably shouldn't, I was, you know, still like not definitely not like doing anything that I shouldn't have. Yeah, I think that works out well. That looks a little cleaner, yeah. That looks a little bit better. That looks a little bit better. And I do think we go ahead and put the asymmetrical on there. And same down here. Yeah. That's gonna be good. Just a little back road. Yeah, locking doors is a fire hazard. No Mercy says, I was not a bad kid in that definition. I was just rebellious and a massive prick. Oh, too funny. It's so interesting too, like looking back on your youth and, you know, all of that. Like it is very interesting. And these are making some trouble here. I think I need to tell these ones to go here because those other cars were trying to go in that person's lane. And I think you learn a lot of valuable lessons, you know. And I also just think, depending on when you went to school and when you grew up, is such a different experience. Like as a Gen Xer, completely different than you really were on your own, you know, in a lot of ways. It's just so different too. That like I also was in school, I think before, like so much is now focused on testing. You know, I do feel like when I did pay attention, I liked school. I liked learning. Now though, these kids, man, the stuff they have to do, I'm just like, wow, I wouldn't have made it. Wouldn't have made it. Okay. All right, and then I think what we do is, yeah, I don't want to make this connection here because that's just going to cause too much traffic. So we're not going to mess with that. I do think it will be helpful to do a little pedestrian path here, and maybe we bring our bike road to here. And that way we have that pedestrian connection at least into there. Yeah, and then potentially we could do maybe another pedestrian connection here, but they can walk across this, so maybe not. So we'll see. Yeah, so I don't think we put a bike road in this area. I don't think we need it. Shocking. That'll be nice. Get a little asymmetrical action here. Not really needed, but whatever. Why not? Why not? Okay, so what we're gonna need is some schools and a whole other bunch of stuff again. So we'll do that. We'll do that. Let's grab our nice fluffy tree here. Lovely, lovely. And then we're just gonna do a regular road, so there's some parking opportunities. And actually, I'm gonna take that out. Yeah, and like with college stuff these days, like you have to like be preparing for college way ahead of time and just all the things you have to do. Like it's a lot. I'm impressed by the youth of today, everything. And then on top of it, having all the stress of social media too. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I'm glad I grew up in a world without camera phones and social media and all that stuff. I had a pager. Yeah, so this road goes over the highway. Yep, yep. Yeah, and like me personally, I skipped the whole college experience and just started working right away. I moved out when I was really young. That's another thing. You moved out much faster. Like, go do your thing. We're just much more independent, which is fine. It's like it's a different world now, though. You know, it's totally different. Okay, enough of me rambling about when I was an obnoxious teenager. All right, so what we need in this area again is we've got this as serving this area here, so we definitely need something in here. So high school and a middle school, and then definitely some sort of like town square area or some services. Maybe resprinkle instead of making them all together. Maybe. Okay, so yeah, let's just do a simple elementary school. Let's put that down on the end, and let's do our high school over here. I like that. Okay, so let's just tuck. We're gonna need some garbage and things too, probably. So let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and tuck a little industrial area up here. Yeah, and let's go ahead and get our little community recycling center. Let's just double up on the recycling. I think that's not a bad idea. And then what we can do is put our industrial looking fire up there, which is good. And then we could do a little industrial area here, which would be nice. Yeah, let's do a little police station there. And then so far as a little medical center. Let's put that down there. Ugh, I know, Raid. Yeah. Our Department of Education is being completely gutted. One little thing at a time. And it's predominantly female-held jobs, too, which says a lot. I'm not going to get into it because it makes me really upset. My grandma was a nurse her entire life. And to think that nurses now aren't going to be considered a professional career makes my blood boil. Do you know which school you have to go to? Do you know how much your student debt is? Get out of here. That's all I have to say. Just get out of here. Too much. Okay, yeah, let's do a nice little industrial area here. Let's go ahead and grab a little path and like that. Okay, that's gonna be nice. And then, yeah, because we do have a little bit of industrial demand here. So we could provide some nice jobs. Let's go ahead and do the industrial evolution. Oh, I guess we need... Do we need a new area? Can you do two things at once? I don't know if you can. I can't remember. Well, let's just make a new little area then. And maybe I don't even have to do this, but I can't. It's been a while because I do a lot of plopping of things. Okay, industrial evolution. And we will just get a few little things going here. Nothing too crazy or too big. Just like a nice little collection of industrial buildings. And I think we'll stop them at level 2. Or do we want the brick stuff? Maybe level 1. Let's see what happens there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some people moved in here. Is there an IT area in this city? Yeah, we've done a couple, but we haven't done like, we've done a few. We've done a few IT. There's some really nice buildings too. Like I do use a mixture of them. We've done a business park here or there as well. Okay, that's good. We have a couple brick ones and then the other ones that grow in We'll kind of see what they level up to be. I think I'll stop them at level 2 though, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, but we could do a, I mean, potentially what we could do is on the other side of the university is we could do a little bit more density again and do like an IT center hub, like a, like we could create a, or maybe out here, maybe we do some sort of like high-tech campus or something. Could be fun. Could be fun. But yeah, we've done a couple little things here and there throughout the project with the IT stuff. Okay. I guess let's get some of these filled in. Oh, he's saying they didn't act very professional. Oh, okay. Yeah, some of the tall IT buildings we did put in our 2 downtowns. Yeah, the Industrial Revolution are 3 different styles, which is really nice. So level 1 is like this old school brick. And then level 2 is a more like traditional warehouse. And then level 3 almost has that like industrial work live feel, or like industrial. It's got like a nice like little front office space, and then there's the industrial building. So it's nice because depending on what kind of style you're looking for, as you level up, if you have the it lets you, you know, you can make things historical so they don't grow. Like they'll grow, but the building style won't change. So that's another thing you can do. And the nice thing, if you have Find It, which is another mod that I use a lot that I highly recommend, is you can come in here and you can see all the different styles of the buildings. So like this is level 1. And then you got level 2 is kind of more this traditional. And then level 3 is this style here. It's really nice. It's something I would highly recommend as a something to get, the Industrial Evolution. When we got that, that was so huge for the game because we were needing something like that badly. It really changed industrial builds big time. Such a nice thing to get in the game. And it was exciting for me because I got to do the video for that for City Skylines on their channel. That was really fun. And the fact that it's also a pack designed by a woman is pretty cool. That was a lot of fun. Very unexpected little thing I got to do there. Okay, this is starting to come together, I think, nicely. All right, and so I think what we do is we let this predominantly just be a residential neighborhood. I think what we will do, I'm gonna let that grow in some more, is maybe we do put like a little, like a little something or other here. Little grocery store would be good. Yeah, let's do a little grocery store. Let's do a little coffee shop. Let's do a little parking for the grocery store. I think what we can do, yeah, let's grab this little guy here. Let's have a little shop there. I think we could also do like a nice little 1x1. Thank you for all the hearts. Who's ever doing the hearts? I appreciate it. I can see them. I really appreciate that. Okay. So a little something here. A little something is nice to have in the neighborhood. But that's it. That's all we do. Ooh, maybe we will do something here though. Hold on. 3x2. A little burger joint. That wouldn't be bad to have. Not fussed about that. Oh, the little convenience store. You guys know I'm a big fan of that. That's really nice to have, actually. I'll catch up in the chat in just a second. Let me pick out a few more buildings for here. Yeah, we could do a little ATM is helpful. Another little shop. Just like a couple little buildings here. Okay, let's put our little ATM here. Let's put our little convenience store this way. I think it'll still work like that. And let's put this guy next to our little burger shop. Nice. And then I wonder, can we fit, maybe with some move it, can we fit the taco truck? Maybe if we move some things around. Actually, these are not necessary. We don't need that. I do think the bank and the little corner shop is important though. Let's just like move these for a hot second. I do think this will be a nice addition to this little blurb of a community area for this little spot. Can we make it work? Yep. Yeah, that's like nice to have. Okay, let's just put our little corner store right here. And we can pop our little bank ATM over here. Let's actually this way. Now we've created like a little bit of a nice little plaza situation. Okay, that's nice to have. And then when we think about setting up our bus, it'll make sense to have a bus stop right here near this pedestrian path and near this little commercial hub. Wow, look at how fast that filled in. That is great. Okay, let's keep going with filling this in. All right, let me catch up in the chat now. Don't worry about it. If you want to send hearts, send hearts. If not, it's okay. If your finger needs a workout, go for it. I think on other streaming platforms, it's probably more like means something. I don't know if it does for YouTube or not, honestly. But I appreciate it. They're pretty to see. Okay, so let me catch up in the chat here. Stephen comes from a family of nurses. Yep. Like, if you've been around a nurse, you know what they have to put up with doctors. Like, especially if you're a nurse that works for like a male surgeon. No. No. Tacos. Oh my gosh, I'm getting hungry now. Yes, tacos. Grammar and spelling are overrated. I agree. I'm a like, I have dyslexia too, so like everything. Like, thank goodness for No Mercy, because No Mercy is great. I'll put up a thumbnail and I'll have 2 letters transposed. No Mercy messages right away. It says things that I appreciate so much, because it happens. And spelling is also not. It just makes everything a bit more difficult. And I didn't know I had it till I was much older, so that explains why I struggled with a lot of different things in school. Oh, on TikTok. Bubble says on TikTok, if you keep pressing the button, it will repeatedly heart the stream. So you can just sit there and heart like 1,000 times without needing to move. Oh, interesting. Well, didn't know that. Didn't know that. Okay, we can slow this down now. All right, so I think what we can do, let's fill this in. Let's come back to that in a second. Let's go ahead and, do we want anything around this? We could put, you know, we could put, here's a nice little, across from the elementary school's little dog park. That would be nice. Man, yesterday's park turned out so good. So great. Love, love, love. Okay. And then this is a road coming in. Yeah, I guess we could just do, so it just goes on this side. And we could get bigger lots here if we do a little bit of a fence, which isn't a bad idea. Didn't give us bigger lots. Interesting. Okay, well, you're gonna be difficult, and that's fine. That's fine. I know we can do 4x4s here, though. We'll just put them in ourselves. How about them apples? Okay. That works. Okay. And then with the high school, it would be nice to have a little sports situation. I wonder if oh, look at that. If soccer field will fit. Okay, let's take this out. Love it when that happens. And we'll just make this like an extension of the high school. Yeah, that's gonna be really nice. Okay, so let's do this then. Let's center this up a bit. Let's grab a little path here. We'll use move it since this is not really wanting to cooperate. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. And let's add some more parking here. Since the school is definitely gonna need it. And then we've got a nice little opportunity back here. And we don't need to do much because it's nice to have some open space, but let's just do tree there. Yep, that's good. And then we can do on this side. Like so. Yeah, it's just like a nice little sleepy community to live in on the corner here. We'll put lots of trees and everything, but that's gonna be nice. Let's let that fill in. Traffic is trafficking, but it's moving. It's moving, which is nice. Yeah, with some nice landscaping, I think this is going to end up looking really nice. And it's going to have that vibe that we wanted of just kind of, you know, these kind of little sleepy cul-de-sacs on the other side of the highway. But then we've done a really good job with the pedestrian connections here. Yeah, look how many people are using this. This is great. This makes me so happy. And then it's nice as the emergency vehicles get to use it as well, which is helpful. Yeah, lots of landscaping. And of course, this little guy's unhappy. Always. Listen. Listen, little bank. You'll get an employee, I promise. It will happen. Yeah, a lot of these look a little odd because we don't have all the landscaping in, but wow, and look at the people using this. This is great. Oh, we need to get the bus in. We need to get the bus in. Let me know if you guys have a name. I need a name idea for this area. And if you already put it in there and I missed it, I'm sorry. Put it in again. Maybe a basketball court by the corner by the main road. Like here, I mean, this would be like a great park area, honestly. We could put in the basketball courts here. You know, the skate park would also work well in here too. So I think there's lots of opportunities to bring in some more assets like that. Or honestly, we could do the skate park and basketball back here as well. Lots of space for that, for sure. That's a good idea though. A sleepy community for all you 12-hour sleepers. Yeah, and this little tunnel, it's a little odd, but once we like landscape and detail that up, that's going to be really nice. Okay, let's slow this down and let's get our bus situated before we call it for today. Okay, so right now we just have this bus here. It connects in with the other transit, which is great. So what we need to do is make a bigger bus loop. The thing is, we could do a bus that just runs back and forth. Ooh, that's an idea. We could have a bus that comes here and just runs back and forth and like stops where there's this pedestrian connection. And then potentially we could maybe have another bus, but let's do that. I think that's a really good idea. Let's create a new line and we are going to come down. Yeah, so yeah, if we just go down and back. Might be good to actually if we come down this way. More stops than we need, but you know, it's never a bad thing to have more stops than you need. Maybe when we come back this way, I might move that actually. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move those a little bit. Let's complete the line. Let's pause for a second. We are going to move these. Okay, that's there. I think I'm gonna bring this one here. Let's get rid of that one. And we we've got these staggered, which is nice. Here they're right across, which is good. And there. Okay. I think that works. Sleepy Hollow, because I called these Sleepy Cul-de-sacs. Sleepy Hollow is nice. I like that. It's good because we need a name for our bus. Is this the one? It's this one. We need to name our other one as well. Sleepy Hollow. Okay, and then of course, my favorite bus. It's sleepy. Let's give it a dark gray. Why not? And 12, no, definitely not 12. Maybe 4 to start off with. That's all we need. Okay, let's is that our Sleepy Hollow bus? I think it is. It is. Let's ride the bus all the way to the new little town. Oh, Sleepy Hollow orange. Maybe we could make it orange. I was thinking night. But yes, we could make it orange. This is going to be helpful for people on this side of the highway, moving them to back down to the major transit center. Back down that way. I love a first-person ride. Love, love, love. It's great. People already waiting for the bus. Oh, it's a kitty. Yeah, once we do the landscaping, all these little towns we just built are gonna look really nice. Oh, I need to look at why that truck is doing that weirdness. I have to look at our truck traffic. Yeah, the European Suburbia was a good call back here. Yeah, these little neighborhoods over here would be so nice to live in. You've got great pedestrian access to the university and to some nightlife options and great stuff there. But then you also are like in these sleepy little communities. You got all your Christmas stuff out of the attic? Nice. Yeah, that's my my thing. I want to get my Christmas tree set up and my Christmas decorations up. I am normally way ahead of the game. My decorations normally go up like the day after Thanksgiving or even like Thanksgiving Day. But because I'm about to take this work break, I've been having to like yesterday and Friday, I've been like getting everything ready for not being there. And just trying to get all that set up. So, but yeah, I'll be doing that probably today, actually. This looks really cute. I love the little coin laundry there. That's nice. Oh, nice, Craig. There was one year I didn't pull anything out, which is not like me at all. I was just like, just not feeling it for whatever reason. That year I didn't watch any Christmas movies either. I was just kind of in a, like, not a funk, but just like, oh, clearly a funk, but like, I don't know. I was just like, I'm not feeling it this year. But no, this year, definitely the Christmas music, definitely the Christmas movies, getting my tree up. Need all the joy, all the joyfulness. Yeah, I really like this area. It turned out very nice. Granted, we have a lot of like landscaping to do around it. Oh my gosh, the amount of people here. Well, that's because, see, we're right next to this walking path. That's why so many people are waiting at the bus there. Oh, and a bunch of people here too. Well, that's great. That's great. That's what we want. We want people using the public transit. Yeah, and there's lots of opportunities with these little communities to add park space and a bit more housing. And yeah, this bus is very popular. Maybe we do need more. Okay, people are getting picked up. Yeah, it's fine. It's actually fine. Okay, and then the other thing to think about is we've got these great pedestrian connections across. And we've got this bus stop, so I guess there's like a transfer opportunity here then, I guess, just to walk across and grab the bus. And like same here, they can walk across and get right on transit. So my feeling is, I guess the thing that we could do is maybe do a bus that comes across that's maybe kind of more of an express type situation. Like we could do a bus that like comes in here and comes across. The other thing is we don't have any public transportation going this way. I don't know if we want to though. Like really they take the train over here. Yeah, I don't want to do that. We could do another bus line here though that comes, takes people like maybe an express that comes over. Maybe. I think for now it's fine though. For now it's fine. Because they can easily just walk across and hop on the bus. So I think that's good. Raid, are you going to stream today? And thank you, No Mercy, for linking that. I appreciate you as always. Yeah, if you guys have fun here, you guys would definitely have fun over with Raid. I know she does Twitch, so it's a little different than YouTube, but yeah, if you're in our Discord, just keep an eye out for that. You're starting a Christmas village? Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so glad you're doing that. That's going to be really fun. That makes me really happy. Okay, cool. Cool. Well, yeah, that's great. I can put that on the well, I don't think I have Twitch on the TV. I have to put it on my phone while I do Christmas decorations. So that'll be fun. You'll be streaming to Twitch. Oh, and then you're going to post the VODs on YouTube until you learn how to simulcast. Okay, cool. I love that. Yeah, there's a lot of people that do like they stream multiple places. I bet Flybox could help you with that, Raid. I bet he could tell you how to hook all that up. But also, you're very tech savvy as well, girl. I bet you just have to Google it and you'll be fine. Raid's the one that helped me start streaming because I had no idea what I was doing. Christmas Village. Oh, I'm so excited. Yay! All right, everybody. Well, thanks for coming out to this Sunday live stream. Yeah, please join our Discord. Keep up with Raid and I on things. And so my streamcation is going to start Tuesday, not Monday. I have some things I need. So my vacation's actually going to technically start on Tuesday. There are a few things that need to be taken care of on Monday that I'm going to be doing for my boss. And I just told her, I'll just do one less day vacation. It's fine. So, but Tuesday we'll be back and building another park in the 52 Parks project. So that'll be really fun. So come with your park ideas, thoughts, suggestions. That's going to be great. Yeah. So thanks everyone for being here today. I appreciate all of you. Sorry I didn't catch everyone's stuff in the chat. I really do try. But I appreciate all of you so much, and I hope you all have a joyful day, and I'll catch you next time.